There will be a short delay of flight.
Welcome to another edition of Coffee and Beats. I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent, back with another episode. And before I get into my episode, I just want to give you some reminders. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you can get updates on every time I post a new episode. And I also got an announcement. Lately, my mixtapes have gotten erased from Spotify. So for all those who follow Coffee and Beats and have followed my mixtape movement, well, you won't get access to those mixtapes anymore. So what I am going to be doing moving forward is I'm going to be reposting some old mixtapes right here on the YouTube platform. Now, I won't be getting monetized for those videos, and I don't do it to get paid. I don't do DJ to get paid on the internet. But if you would like to drop a donation, feel free to do so. The PayPal is below. The link is below. So if you still want to contribute to the music, feel free to do so. I do not have a Patreon anymore, and also I do not have Buy Me a Coffee anymore, where some of my mixtapes were available there. And so they'll be available here on the YouTube page just for you guys to listen whenever you get some free time. Feel free to listen to those. I think you're going to really enjoy them. I'm also going to have some creative visualizers for some of my mixtapes. So feel free to listen to those. But enough of me rambling. Let's get right into it. You're here for one thing and one thing only. You saw the thumbnail. We are back for my favorite albums of 2025 so far this year. Now, I'm not going to rank these in any particular order because I don't want to give away my end of the year list, but I do have some honorable mentions to go on top of my top albums that I'm going to recommend to you guys. Albums that have been in my rotation for several months, and I want to give them to you guys and to the world. So if some of the albums that are on this list are different from some of the things that you like, or if you see something on my list that you say, oh, Rodney, you're missing this album or you're missing that album, feel free to put it in the chat below. And we're going to start things off with my honorable mentions list of albums. I'm going to quickly go through these, so just bear with me. But the first album I want to recommend to you guys is Eddie Cochan, who dropped a album earlier this year called Lay Low. And this was one of the first albums that caught my attention this season. And it was very chill, real good grown man R&B vibes. If you really like that laid back R&B, you really like some laid back chill instrumentals, this album is definitely for you. Up next, we got Hope Tala with Hope Handwritten. Now, her album came out earlier this year as well. Her pen is still sharp. The melodies are all over the place on this one. It's a very smooth list, and she didn't disappoint with this one. I didn't get a chance to review this album on my channel, but I really think this is one of the dopest releases of the year. Up next in my honorable mentions list, Estelle is back after a long time away from the mic. She comes out with her new project, Stay Alta, and she's back with that mature sounding soul. This one snuck up on me. This was actually recommended by a good friend of mine's, Jeff from Eclectic Vibes. Shout out to him. He always coming at me for not shouting him out on the channel. So yes, Jeff, you get a nice shout out with this episode. Yes, she delivers with this one. Very good, very super underrated R&B album. R&B is back, y'all. You might not realize it, but R&B is making a slow comeback in 2025. A lot of artists are coming back from the grave to put out really good, or musical grave, by putting out really good R&B albums. And Estelle, who always was talented in my opinion, always underrated in my opinion, I think she dropped a pretty solid release here. Up next, we got Tanika Charles with Reasons to Stay, another good R&B release. Throwback feels all over this one. It's solid all around, and Tanika Charles has an amazing voice, very good vocals, just very soulful. Makes me want to eat soul food to it. It's just a feel-good R&B album with she gets a little personal in some pockets on this record. Didn't get a chance to review this one like I wanted to because I've been very busy, but check this one out. You will not regret listening to this one. Put this again in your R&B collection for this season. Up next, we got Sabrina Claudio sneaking up on us with another release, Fall in Love with Her. This is her first release in 3 years. This has got that late night mood type of feel to it. Real silky, smooth, sonically very gorgeous. In some pockets, her voice is gorgeous all over this album. It's one of those finding herself albums, in my opinion. I think there's a lot of personal songs from track to track of just her just finding her way back. And I thought this was a very good record by Sabrina Claudio all the way through. Up next, we got Ella Minus, if I said that right, or Minus, if I said that right, with Dia. And this is an electric pop album that still, it's got some hard hitting beats on here. I was kind of late to the party on this album, released back in January, if I'm not mistaken. And this project was a sleeper. I thought this album was amazing from front to back. If you're into that electro pop sound, I think this one is worth your time. I really enjoyed it. I've gone back to it a couple of times now, and if I would have found out about this sooner, this probably would have landed on my overall top favorite albums list. But hey, I think I might be coming back to this one, and this might work its way up into the top 25 list at the end of the year. But Ella, if you're listening, great project, keep it up. Up next, we got Nubian Twist with NT Sound Systems. It's just funk, just jazz, just global grooves all over this one. You'll be bouncing to this one all over the place. Just got just really good, sonically really good tunes on here. You'll really enjoy it. And last but not least of my honorable mentions, we got Chaos in the CBD. This is a legendary house music group. If you're not up on Chaos, I don't know what you've been doing in your life. They've come out with a new release, A Deeper Life, which has a lot of good house music in it, good deep house music sprinkled in, a couple of R&B tracks also sprinkled into the mix with this album. So if you're a Chaos fan and you're going into this project expecting full-blown house music all the way through, you're not going to get that with this project. You see a little bit more versatility with Chaos on this particular project. So it's very clean, it's very soulful. I think you should give it a shot and you won't regret it. And now we're going to get into my favorite albums of 2025, starting with Loaded Honey, the band, which consists of two members from the group Jungle, Jay Lloyd and Lydia Kitty, who did a lot of her contributions on Jungle's last project. And I must say, the name of this album, by the way, is Love Made Trees. And this was a very good treat. Shout out to LGP from Eclectic Vibes, who recommended this project to me. I thought this was a nice surprise, a mix of good soul, very good R&B also laced in this one. It's a little trippy, but it's beautiful, and it's really different in a good way. I think you will really enjoy this one, especially if you are a Jungle fan. Up next, we got Duran Jones and The Indications with Flowers. And they seem to never miss with this retro soul. If you're a fan of The Sacred Souls, you'll really like this one. It's smooth. Vocally, the harmonies are there. The tightness of the production is there. And it just got that live band type of feel to it. And I think you will definitely take to this one if you are a fan of, again, groups like The Sacred Souls. Up next, we got Robert Glasper with Let Go, a very dope project from Glasper. I think he takes a different spin on this one. Usually it's Robert Glasper showing off his skills on the piano, and you usually get those black radio vibes, a lot of drum play. With this one, it sounds more like a musical score to a short. film, like a very beautiful short film. And I thought it was very lush in some pockets. It's very soulful. Your Eyes is one of the tracks that I'm also going to throw out there as one of the most blissful tracks that I've heard all season. This is worth the listen. I think it's one of Robert Glasper's best projects in a long time, and I think you should give this one a shot. Up next, we got Michelle with Good Day. I've been following Michelle for quite some time. She's had a lot of EPs. She comes out with a full-length project, and her voice is very warm. It's honest. It's a super feel-good album with some real heart behind it. On the instrumental side, we got Low Key of Age. If you don't know who Low Key is, he is the baby in this picture, and the person that's holding him is none other than super hip-hop producer DiBiase. And yes, it's not DiBiase's son, it is his nephew. And I think that Low Key, who has grown up to be a great producer of his own record, actually gets together and collaborates with DiBiase. Take us on a journey through some jazzy boom bap beats all over this one. Reflective and real. Is a slept on gem. I think you should check it out, especially if you're a fan of instrumental hip hop. Up next, we got Maiden with Letter to Brazil. If Sunshine had a sound, it would be this. Brazilian flavors all over this one with chill beats, and it's real refreshing, and there's no skips on this one. I think you're gonna enjoy it, especially if you are into the Brazilian funky bongos and combined with some dope boom bap drums on this one. I think you're gonna love it. Up next, this is a sleeper project, y'all. LEXX with Rhythm of Love. Good features on this one. Vibes all the way through. It's groovy. It's laid back. It's a perfect chilling outside with a cold drink, in particular iced coffee type of music. Don't miss out on this project. Lex delivers. Is also an instrumental version of it as well. Check it out. It is very dope. Along with this next one, Salt 10. What more can I say about it? One of the best projects of the year. It's mysterious, it's powerful, it's soulful, and as usual, Salt gave us something deep to sit with, something to start off our morning with, even close out our night with, something to reflect on. Cleo Soul delivers on every track vocally. This album is really good. It's one of their best projects in quite some time. Up next, we got Erica DeCossier with Lifetime. And I have to go back. I have something to confess here. I think I made a mistake when I rated this album. I think I rated it too low. I gave it 4 cups out of 5. I'm leaning towards 4.5 cups out of 5 after this one. I think this is one of the best albums of the year. Erica DeCossier delivered on this one. It's laid back but confident. It's soft, it's smooth. The lyrics, they cut through all of the warm and dark textured production throughout. It's got that trip hop late 90s, early 2000s feel to it. Thievery Corporation, New York Undercover type of feel to it. I mean, she's in her own lane with this one, and you gotta give this one a chance if you haven't done so already. Erica DeCossier outdid herself on this one. Up next, we got Butcher Brown with Letters from the Atlantic. These dudes, they just do jazz well. I feel like they have picked up where the Roots have left off, and I will say that with my chest. Yes, the Roots are on Jimmy Fallon right now. They came up on the bag, okay? Butcher Brown said, you know what, Roots, you gotta stop, but we're gonna keep it going. If you're a fan of the Roots, or if you're a fan of just jazzy hip hop, this album is for you. Butcher Brown did not disappoint. The vibes are pure on this one. All the songs blend well together. It's just a very good, smooth, feel-good project. So give this one a shot as well. Up next, we got Little Dragon's Yukimi with her solo project For You. And she stepped away from Little Dragon and gave us a more personal, soulful project, and actually experimenting more into the R&B lane. It's still a very intimate listen. I think you'll enjoy it. As one of her finding herself type of projects. So up next, what more can I say about this one? Salen's Romana has stayed in my rotation for this half a year. It is really good. It's one of the most mellowest projects one of the most zone out projects that you will ever listen to. I can't say enough about this project. I love the direction that she went. She wanted to highlight some of the things from her culture with this project, and I thought she did a good job of that. Up next, we got Madison McFerrin with Scorpio, and this is a beautiful blend of electronic and soul. It's real dreamy in some pockets. It's very personal in some pockets, like normal. I mean, usually Madison does give you those personal songs on every project. You know, life be lifing for her sometimes, but she knows how to deliver the vocals. She has fun with it. And this is probably one of her best albums today. Energy is all over the place with this one. And again, if you haven't checked out her Tiny Desk, which I looked up, and I saw the views for it, and I'm like, dude, she should be getting, her Tiny Desk should be getting way more views than what it's getting. But check it out, Madison McFerrin. I mean, she is 3 for 3 so far with her project. So, and last but not least, what more can I say about Silas Short, Lushland? Silas got that gritty soul that hits different, his voice, his tones. It's got some really good instrumentals throughout this project, very good lyrical delivery on many of the songs on here, and it's just got confidence. This album has so much confidence, it's almost sickening. And Silas Short is definitely going to be wrestling in the top 5 of my top 25 albums of the year list towards the end of the year. This one has stayed in the rotation. Silas Short, thank you for another fine project. And that will do it. That is my list of favorite albums of 2025 so far. Is there some albums that didn't make the cut? Let me know at the bottom. And just because some albums didn't make the cut doesn't mean I didn't like them. It just means that I need to go back and revisit them. So feel free to let me know in the comment section. I'll be down there talking with you. But until then, I am your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent. When it comes to coffee, when it comes to music, stay grounded for life. I'll see you guys, well, the second half of the 2025 season. We got a lot of music coming up. Until then, I'm out. Peace.